Hey there, YouTube universe. Arturo Marchand here with my channel. I know that I haven't posted anything in a long time, and my post became kind of not even and not consistent. And I've been through a lot of watches in the interim. I do have some videos in the cloud that I never actually posted, that I will post little by little as we get into 2026. Uh, but really, I'm doing this as a teaser just to set you guys up for what's coming in the future. And mostly it's how my collection has evolved and my phase of collecting has changed through the time. So my last few videos were before COVID, and I was collecting and I was buying things that I thought were hyped up. And then the Rolex market went nuts. And it was very hard to find things with DAD. And then we went back and I started offloading the ones that had high market value to purchase some of the watches that I thought would somewhat increase in value. And then I switched and I went to the stuff that I liked. And that's how we get to the tale of 4 GMTs. And as a teaser, we'll do a deep dive in each of these watches, but I'm going to show them out in the chronology. The first one here, GMT Master from the 70s, root beer, Jubilee bracelet, nipple dial, root beer. Everybody, pretty popular watch. I prefer this one over the modern version, and I'll explain why when we get into the deep dive. Then moving along the chronology of these watches, here's one that's my most recent acquisition, is a GMT Master 2 two-tone 18 karat from the early 2000s. To be exact, 2008. Beautiful watch, great shape, box papers, nearly mint. It still had the factory stickers on it. It wasn't new in box. It was worn, but whoever wore it before me didn't do very much to this watch. Basically sat in a box, and I got a really great deal on it. Traded some things for it. Get into that in a second too. Then moving along the chronology, now I've had this guy for a long time, and it is a Tudor Pelagos Pro, and in black. GMT with a new bracelet, so this is a very recent 2024, box papers, the whole thing. And then I bought the white version of that when it came out, basically on release day, the AD in the meatpacking district in New York. Kind of walked in, talked my way out of it. They gave me this hat, bought that watch, and then the AD called me and said, hey, we got this one available, which is a 2025 Explorer 2, the latest update of that watch. And I uploaded the white one of this. Why? I'll explain that in the further videos as well. I want to compare those two individually. And if you undoubtedly notice, I'm wearing something on my left wrist that I would probably never thought I would buy. And it only has been the evolution of my collecting that I decided to shift how I was doing it. And the philosophy of it will come out. But here we go. It is a Seiko, Grand Seiko Snowflake, titanium. Why? Well, it's a long story behind that, but my collecting has evolved and it's become something that has gone from going hype, going what the YouTube universe says you should be having. You have to have a Speedy, right? You have to have a Chrono, and that needs to be X, Y, or Z. Or you can get a Zenith here, and that'll supplant your Daytona, but the Daytona really doesn't give the same feeling as the Zenith, and vice versa. And you get all confused because you're looking and wanting a watch or wanting a Grail watch, and maybe you get things in the middle that don't really match your own your own taste. You're doing it because it's what's supposed to happen. And that's what I found, that I had a bunch of watches that I kind of liked. And then I got them and I go, you know, why did I get this thing? Why don't I get something that is more my style and it fits my use case as opposed to what the world of watch collecting out there thinks that you should be doing? So I think that's kind of the natural progression of the evolution. And we'll just cover that real quick, easy. First, you get there, you find your watch bug bite, if you will. You get the fever. And the only thing that'll feed that fever is getting more and more and more. And in your head, at least in my case, I had a certain models that I've been after my entire life. And that was, number one, it was a Rolex Submariner date. And I got that watch at retail in the early 2000s. And I had that one for a while. And then that evolved into another Submariner, in this case, the Kermit. And then the Kermit went away and it went in for a modern, believe it or not. That one's upstairs. I'll show that later. Submariner, no date, ceramic. Why? You'll find out. Then I had a Batman and a Pepsi and this and that, and I had a Speedy, and I had a Tudor Pelagos in blue, and I had a um, Omega Seamaster Professional. There's a video of that comparing the three. You guys can look in my channel where I kind of go through them. There was a James Cameron in the picture. There was an original Daytona in white, free ceramic. There's a Pepsi in there. There is a Speedmaster in there. There's a Blue Date Just in there. There is a Pepsi Tudor GMT that was in there. There's a whole bunch that I've been through, in and out, buying, losing money, making money. And then I've arrived at what that use case for me is, number one. Number two is what I really like aesthetically. And then I'm going to start changing that into how that watch fits into my collection so that I don't have six, seven watches just sitting in a winder that I don't wear for whatever reason. And my rotation was these three in particular. So I narrowed that down, and that journey's coming. We're going to talk about that. We're going to do a deep dive into all these individuals, and I'm going to release some of the videos that I have in the cloud. And I'm going to edit them and add some stuff in there where we're currently today. So stand by, hang on, smash that like, smash that subscribe button to get to see me and how my collection has evolved and matured over the years. And now, as of January in 2026, you'll start seeing some of the things that I have been getting and doing. So stay tuned. I promise a lot more content, a lot more adult, mature, and educated content as I've traversed the entirety of my collection and then where I'm going. So stay tuned. I'll see you guys in the next one. Little teaser of what's coming. Catch you on the next one.